So, what happens when two people who are, completely scarred by the world in their own ways just happen to find each other in a quiet, secluded garden? Today, we're going to dive into Susan Hill's amazing play, On the Face of It. It's a story that really makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about beauty, about loneliness, and what it really means to be seen for who you actually are. And this is the question, right? It's the whole heart of the play. You've got this reclusive old man with a tin leg and this angry young kid with a badly burned face. On the surface, what could they possibly have in common besides just being alone? Well, as we're about to see, it's that shared experience of being judged, on the face of it, that creates this bond that is going to absolutely change one of their lives forever. So on one side, you have Derry. He's this boy who's just completely trapped by his own betterness. He only sees the ugliness that the world has shown him. And then, on the other side, you've got Mr. Lamb. Now, he's got his own wounds, for sure, but he has made the choice to keep his gate and really his heart wide open to the world. It's this clash, this collision of total cynicism and this incredible acceptance that really gets the story going.
Okay, so the story kicks off with an intrusion. And the setting here is it's everything. It's Mr. Lamb's garden. You have to picture it. It's this little world all on its own, full of buzzing bees and crabapple trees, and a really interesting take on what we call weeds. It's a space that's about to become a true sanctuary.
So in comes our 14-year-old Derry, but he doesn't use the front gate. Oh no, he climbs over a wall, because he's just trying to escape, to get away from everybody's stares. He thinks the garden's empty, a place where he can finally just be alone with his anger.
And here's the beautiful, kind of funny irony of it all. Derry risks falling and hurting himself to sneak into a place he could have just walked right into. The gate, as Mr. Lamb tells him, is always open. And this isn't just about a physical gate, right? It's a huge metaphor for how Mr. Lamb lives his life. It's an open invitation to connect. No walls, no barriers. All right, so this first meeting, it gets right to the point. It stops being about trespassing pretty fast. It becomes about the scars that both of them carry, and more importantly, the totally different ways they've decided to live with them.
For Derry, his entire world has been shrunk down to this one thing, the acid that burned half his face. He literally says he's afraid of his own reflection. That scar isn't just on his skin. It has become his whole identity. It's this monster that he feels like he can never, ever escape from. Now, contrast that with Mr. Lamb. He lost his leg in the war. The local kids, they call him Lamey Lamb. And his response to this is, well, it's just so simple, it's almost shocking. He just says, it fits. To him, his tin leg is just a part of him. It's not the whole story. It's a fact of his life, not some big tragedy. And that's the fundamental difference, right there. Derry looks at the future and sees a locked door. It's all defined by what he thinks he's lost. But Mr. Lamb, despite his own loss, sees an entire world that's still out there, just waiting for him to look at it. It's like one of them built a prison around himself, and the other one found the key to an open door. So this is where Mr. Lamb starts to gently, very carefully, break down all of Derry's defenses. And he doesn't do it with pity or some, cheesy pep talk. Nope. Instead, he just uses his garden and his really unique way of seeing things to offer Derry a whole new perspective. Mr. Lamb asks him this simple but actually really deep question when he's showing off what he calls his weed garden. He's challenging the whole idea of labels. What makes something a weed? What makes it undesirable? It's just a name somebody gave it. Underneath it all, it's all just life. It's all growing. And through these little observations, Mr. Lamb shares this incredible way of looking at the world. He tells Derry that hating people is like a poison, and it does way more damage to you than any bottle of acid ever could. He just encourages him to watch and to listen and to think, to see that everything in life, just like in his garden, has its own unique value. And to prove his point, he tells this fantastic, darkly funny little story. It's about a man who's afraid of absolutely everything. So this guy, he locks himself in a room to stay safe from all the risks out there, only to get killed by a picture falling off the wall. The point is crystal clear. You can't hide from life. Trying to hide is actually way more dangerous than just living. So, this one conversation, it's a total game changer for Derry. He's inspired, he goes home, but now he's got to face the biggest wall he's ever come up against, his own family's fear for him.
And this is where we get to the most important choice in the entire play.
His mother just flat out forbids him from going back. And, she represents that well-meaning but totally suffocating world that's kept him so isolated. She's warning him about the strange old man. She thinks she's protecting him, but what she's really doing is keeping him locked up in his own prison.
And right here, in this moment of pure defiance, Derry finally finds his voice. He understands, with absolute clarity, what's on the line. This isn't just about visiting some old man anymore. This is a choice between living in the world or hiding from it for the rest of his life. It is an absolutely breathtaking moment.
And this is his battle cry as he runs out of the house, basically slamming the door on his old, miserable life. He's not just running back to Mr. Lamb. For the very first time, he's actually running towards the world, towards life itself. That little seed of hope that Mr. Lamb planted, well, it has definitely taken root.
But right as we're on this high, the play takes this incredibly sharp, tragic turn. Just as Derry is rushing back to the garden, filled with all this new purpose and hope, the scene shifts, and we see that a quiet afternoon has turned into a disaster. Mr. Lamb, all alone, was trying to use a ladder to get the crab apples down from the tree. The sounds are just so stark and sudden. A creak, a crash, the ladder falling back. A whole life of quiet strength and resilience just ends in a moment of ordinary, solitary effort.
And then Derry arrives. He gets back to the gate, he's out of breath, he's so excited to tell Mr. Lamb that he came back, and he's met with this awful, unnerving silence. All the familiar sounds of the garden, the bees, the rustling leaves, they're gone. The man who taught him how to truly listen to the world is no longer there to speak. This is just heartbreaking. When Derry finds Mr. Lamb's body, his first instinct isn't to scream or to panic. It's to tell him, I came back. He kept his promise. The transformation that Mr. Lamb started is now complete, but the one person in the world who could see it, who could appreciate it, he's gone. And in that moment, Derry just weeps. He's crying for his lost friend, yes, but he's also crying for this new version of himself that now has to face the world all alone.
And the play just leaves us there, hanging on this incredibly powerful question. Mr. Lamb is gone, but his legacy, his gift, it lives on in Derry's choice to come back. The tragedy forces us to wonder, right? Can one single afternoon, one genuine connection, be enough light to help someone navigate a lifetime of darkness? The gate to that little garden might seem closed now, but the gate to the whole world, for Derry, has just been thrown